Students with Special Needs by Megan Woodruff.
And Tamara Lublin.
What are special needs? Special needs refer to people with learning disabilities which may alter or delay their learning. There are many types of special needs. We will be discussing just a few, including ADD, ADHD, Down syndrome, autism spectrum disorder, and dyslexia. Educational challenges. It is very important for educators and students to work together, especially when a student has special needs, because many challenges may occur. By identifying the special needs of children, educators can create the proper accommodations and modifications to ensure a child with special needs reaches his or her full potential. Some of these challenges may include speech and language delays, difficulties communicating or expressing needs, visual or hearing impairments, gross, fine motor, and sensory impairments, cognitive delays, difficulty focusing, and/or struggles with social interaction. When struggling occurs, modifications and accommodations are used to help students reach their full potential. A modification is a change to what the student is expected to learn. It changes the content of the curriculum. An accommodation is a change that helps the student to learn the material by working around or overcoming the disability. Some examples of modifications include alternate projects or assignments from those expected of the class, shorter or easier reading assignments, or assignments graded using different standards than expected of the rest of the class. Examples of accommodations include sign language, uses of manipulatives or sensory tools, or extended time for an assignment or test. This video explains some more tips for educators working with students with special needs. The first disorder we will discuss will be ADD or ADHD. ADD stands for Attention Deficit Disorder, and ADHD stands for Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. These disorders are types of brain conditions that create many learning obstacles and behavior issues, most often diagnosed in children, but usually lead into adulthood. There is not a specific test done to diagnose one with ADHD or ADD, but doctors base the diagnosis off of symptoms and behaviors that are appearing. Some of these challenges portrayed are inattention, distractibility, poor working memory, hyperactivity, and/or impulsivity. Down syndrome, or also called trisomy 21, is a genetic disorder in which an individual is born with an extra chromosome 21. This causes delays in child development, which leads to health problems, developmental delays, and learning disabilities. Having an extra chromosome 21 defines this genetic disorder. The learning challenges included with Down syndrome are delays in speech, communication difficulties, or may use sign language, vision and hearing impairment, fine motor skill impairment, poor auditory memory, and brief attention span or easily distracted.
The next special need is Autism Spectrum Disorder, ASD. What autism spectrum disorder is a broad range of developmental conditions that present challenges with social interaction, emotional responses, speech and nonverbal communication, and restrictive or repetitive behaviors. Autism has a wide range of symptoms that vary from very mild to severe and differ with each individual. Some teaching and learning challenges that go along with autism are just basic social interaction with teacher and classmates, speech delays or their nonverbal, difficulty communication needs and ideas, cognitive impairments, sensory impairments, easily upset by a change in routine, or repetitive body movements. Another special need is dyslexia. Dyslexia is a language-based learning disability. It is a condition that makes it difficult to read. Students with dyslexia have trouble decoding words, which is the ability to connect the letters to the sounds that they make, which in turn makes words hard to process. Dyslexia can also create difficulties in spelling, writing, math, and reading comprehension. Some teaching and learning challenges that go along with dyslexia are difficulty learning and writing letters, difficulty learning which letters produce which sounds, spelling errors and mistakes, anxious when reading, struggles with word problems in math, and difficulty with reading comprehension and recalling key details. There are many assistive technologies for special needs students. For ADHD and ADD, there are speech recognition programs in which students can read aloud and see their words appear on the screen. There are also printable or portable word processors in which students that struggle with handwriting can use for note-taking and writing assignments. For kids with special needs such as Down syndrome, there is a clicker software in which students are able to develop their speech and language skills. And there are also special iApps where students can work at their own learning pace. On this page is included some different sites that go into those different assistive technologies and more. Assistive technologies for special needs such as autism are something called the Talk Light. It's a visual indicator for educators to monitor the noise level in the classroom. There is also augmentative and alternative communication devices, or AACs. These are for nonverbal students, and it makes them able to communicate through these devices to help with the language barrier. For dyslexia, there's a speech-to-text program in which students can dictate their thoughts and ideas, and it is transcribed for them on a device. There's also audiobooks in which students can choose from an online library of books and have them read to them. Again, there are some websites here included that go into a little bit more depth with those, and there's also some more assistive technology that you can use with those special needs. What did we learn? Every student deserves the opportunity to learn whether they struggle with special needs or not. There are many resources and activities to guide educators and students who struggle. As educators, it is our job to help students work through their problems and let them know that they are not alone. Included on this slide is a crossword puzzle to help solidify what was presented today on special needs. And then if you would like some more information or want to dive deeper into special needs and what those students need, these are the following references that you can find some more information on. And that concludes our presentation on special needs students.